Welcome to ICMS online training. My name is Samuel Kinajui. In this session, we learn how to make a declaration of a temporary importation, that is regime IM5, and a declaration of early importation goods, that is regime IM6. IM5 is categorized into various groups, and the first one is where we have temporary importation of goods for return in an altered state, and in that case our CPC is 5001, where 01 is our IM0, and 500 being the special code category for goods that has been imported temporarily for return in an altered state. Then the second one is where we have goods that are coming for repair. So we have temporary importation for repair, and the CPC code is 5001 510. We have the third categorization of fuming equipment. So this is a temporary importation of fuming equipment, and we have a special CPC for it, which is 5001 515. So before we make, or before you do your IM5, you need to have these prerequisites. You need to have your IM0, and more importantly, you need to have executed a CB10, which is a board for temporary importation. When you go to the other regime, which is the importation, so here we have exported goods and then they are coming back to the country. We have also various categorization, and the first one is the importation of goods after temporary export for renovation or repair, and in this particular one where a repair charge has been charged. So in this case, the CPC code will be 6113, where 13 is the document that you use to export those goods, and the special category code is 610. All if they had gone out for repair, yes, and they are coming back, it's an importation after export for repair, but where repair charge was not charged or was not laced, in that case, the CPC is 6113 620. The other categorization is where we have goods that were exported, but they are not changing. It's not for repair, they are not changing anything. And the character and tariff classification remain the same. For example, if you have exported goods for an exhibition and then they are coming back, in this case, the CPC code to use is 6213 620. And the last categorization is where we have those goods that had been exported and they were rejected in the country of exportation. So in this case, when they are coming back, the CPC to use is 63, where 63 is code for the importation of rejected or returned exports. And then we have 13, which is the previous document that was used for export. In this case, we used the load manifest. And then the special category code is 621, which is for rejected or returned export. By now, we know how to log in. So we go to clearance. Allow me to log again. So we go to clearance here. As we go to clearance, we go to declaration. Then from declaration, we want to create an import customs declaration from IM0. So we put our IM0 number here. So in my case, I use this number here. So I put it there and then I search for it. Remember I said it must be approved, so it will come here. Then my station is NBO, and these goods will come through DHL. So it's important to note here that this time I change. We are doing early temporary importation, so I changed to IM5. Then, as we have seen in our introduction, I choose the code, and then I choose the special category. So it's here that now you are able to distinct depending on which goods are coming. So in my case, allow me to, we do one where they are coming, they will return in an altered state. So I choose 500. Once I do that again, I highlight on my IM0, and then I go to display item. I click on display item. Items will come down here. So I check, and then I can create now my importation document. So the information that was in IM0 will be pulled here. All I need to do is to check the accuracy and of course to change what may need to be changed. In this case of particular important, I said when you are doing this document, you must have your CB10. So it's at this point that you link your declaration with your CB10. So here it is, my board here. So I go to where my board is. I pick my particular board. CB10 is a particular board. And then I can put it here. You don't need to put the amount. The system will pick the amount automatically. Once I do that, I go to movement. So my goods are coming from Great Britain, and it's for exhibition here in Nairobi, and the mode of transport is air. So in the last country of consignment was that, and this was the port. So once I do that, then I go to transport. Then I put my my summary declaration. So I put my summary declaration there, and here I put my transport document. We had seen this, and always remember the unique reference number for this TDA is 1, so we will need it at a later time. So I put the TD there, then I search for it, and it will come down here. So once I do that, then I can save my work at general segment. I save my work at general segment, and now I can move to items. At item level, I choose my item number 1 here. It's a wedding gown. Then the gross mass is 5. My net mass is 3. My FOB value is 5,000. So I put 5,000 there. And after that, I go to procedure. Procedure is already it's populated for me. So the one we chose, remember. So what I need to do is to go to packages. So this one has been sent as a parcel. So I pick parcel. Then the quantity is just 1. And then the max is payboard, just parcel. And my gross mass was 5. And remember our unique number for our TD was 1. So I put 1 there. So after I do that, then I can save my work. Once I save, this is at items segment. I may go back to general segment. Go back to general segment, and then now I can assess my work. So assessing is letting the system to compute And once I see that tax assessment is successful, I can go to assessment just to see the taxation. So this is how I would have paid duty, but remember this is a temporary importation, so the duties have been covered by CB10, and what CB10 is covering is 277,583,000. Concession fee, this one is payable. As you can see, the mode of payment is A, meaning that this one you have to pay in cash, but M, meaning it's covered by a bond. So once I do that and I'm satisfied everything is okay, I just need now to do the registration of my document. And once I do that and it's successful, then to go to the status registered, and all I need is now to print an e-slip to go and pay for my concession fee. So I just come here, declaration e-slip, then I print my e-slip, right? And then I can go to the bank, or I can use my mobile facilities, mobile banking facilities to pay for the concession fee. And once you are done that, you've done that, then the other processes continue. You go to your VO or HVO for the other clearance. So that's it about IM5, temporary importation. So we move to the next one, which is now importation. So you had sent your goods away temporarily, and then they are coming back. So you need to do a declaration. So in this case, again, we start. In this case, you don't need an IM0. You had documents or previous documents that were used for exportation. So you need to have those documents with you for differencing them with this declaration. So you go to clearance. This time you go to declaration, and then this time we capture, right? So we capture. Office is NBO. These goods are coming through DHL. So I choose DHL, and then the regime in this case is IM6. This is a import. So who is the importer? I put the PIN for the importer here, and again I also put the PIN for the exporter here. So if the exporter, the other side doesn't have a PIN, I may just put the exporter here. So let's say maybe is Samsung Eco Limited. So this is box that Samsung South Korea. So here is a Korean. So I'm assuming I had sent my mobile phone for repair in South Korea, and it's coming back. So I had sent it to Samsung Incorporation. So the delivery terms is CIF up to Nairobi. So my value this time is 10,000. My phone is expensive. And then the freight is 100 USD, and my insurance was 10. I paid 10 USD. So once I do that, then I go to movement. So the last country of consignment, again, it's South Korea. The region, I'm picking my phone in Nairobi, and the mode of transport is there. So this one was done in South Korea, and then in the port of Samsung. I can't see it here. So let me choose that. So once I do that, then it doesn't have containers. I put my manifest. Details again. All right. So let me assume this still my import manifests. I put it there, and then the TD. I put the TD. And I can search for it, and then it will be there. Once I do that, then I can save my general segment. And once I save, it will give me the IM6 number here, so that now I can go to my items, right? So once I go to my item, then I can search my tariff. So this was a phone, so I search it first. So this is a cellular phone, and I can use the code, and it will be here. So this is Samsung Galaxy M01. I sent it for repair up there. It's coming back. So the origin is South Korea. The gross mass again is 5, not very heavy, and the net mass is that. In this case, it's in terms of units, supplementary units, it's just one phone, and the value, it's 10,000. You have said it's 10,000. Then we go to procedure. You go to the next segment, which is procedure. Then here I need to choose, remember the categorization that we saw. So the first one is the importation after temporary export for renovation or repair. So my phone, I had sent it for this one for repair, right? But in case it's the other categorization as we discussed, then it's at this point that you choose. So I go with the first option, and then the document that I had used to export, it's the load manifest. So I put load manifest there, and then this will be 6, and in this case it will be let me use 11, where no repair charge was laced, so I'll use 11. Now here in this part, box 40, you need to indicate, remember this is early importation, so we had a previous document that we had used to export this good or this phone. So here was a previous document, and the previous document was an export. Was a previous export SAD or a previous SAD, and then here you put the document that you used to export your gadget. Now in this case, let me go to my workings. My export document was have I kept it? Yeah, here. So this was my load manifest when I was exporting. So I put it here, and then dash is item number 1 of that export document. So once I put it there, then I can save my work. All I need to go to packages, right? I need to go to packages, and then at the packages, in this case, it's coming in form of a box, right? and it's just one box. It's marked Samsung, and the gross mass is 5. The description is a phone, and my unique reference number is 1. After that, remember what we said with the documents required. In this case, we need a packaging list, and of course a commercial invoice in case there was a charge in repair. So let me assume mine is 1. So I upload it. I come here and where I have kept it, and I submit. I may also need a packaging list. I put it there, and then I upload it. So once you do that, then you just save your work. So what I want to emphasize for this import is this part where you are quoting the document that you used to export your goods. Now they are coming back, you need to reference it at this particular point. So once you do that, then you go to general segment, and then all the other processes remain the same, just as you do for any other declaration. So you just go to assessment, you make your assessment. Once it's done, then you register. If there is any payment, in case you had your phone or the imports, and there was a repair charge that was raised. In case a repair charge was raised, you need now to pay for that repair, and in that case, you generate an receipt and you go and pay. And with that, you are able to make your IM6. So I think with that, you are able, or you can be able to navigate, make an IM5, a temporary importation declaration, and make an IM6 where goods have been exported, they are coming back to the country. Thank you very much.